Hi guys, I'm JJ and I'm finally back with a new stuff Snapshot thing. Yeah, I'm back. And you may be wondering where I've been. Well, nowhere. I haven't been anywhere. I just was studying. That's stuff. And yeah, the new snapshot came in, and there were a lot of stuff to know and new commands, and yeah, I had to study them. So now I know, for example, the new syntax of execute, and yeah, basically that stuff. And now that I know how it works, I can do some pretty crazy stuff. So yeah, my idea was, oh my goodness, they've added this facing thing. So for example, if you type execute as someone facing, you can face an entity. So if you're, for example, you are an armor stand and you want to follow an entity, you can now, and it is incredible. They also have added this strange coordinates which allowed you to move where you're facing, and this is also incredible for me, but I didn't use them. So yeah, and I was like, oh, we can make some artificial intelligence who can follow you from there to there, and you can do stuff. And so yeah, it was actually possible, because now I do have this armor stand right here, and yeah, I can spawn another armor stand and make it face in that direction and say like, oh my goodness, I'm going in this direction, I will meet the center. And yeah, but it was really hard to develop these things. So for example, this is the ultimate engineering machine, ultra pro stuff, yeah. But it took me really a lot to make this version 4. And I started from version 1, which was pretty bad. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, this is what it was doing. So I told him, okay, this is the direction you're facing and you must go that way. But yeah, it went like crazy, and when it worked, it did it really bad. For example, it passed through walls and it did all that stuff. And yeah, then I tried with the version 2 of this, which was pretty better, because I said, okay, you don't face diagonally like this, you must face on a block directly nearby you, and you must face on the block in the direction of the center. So yeah, this was the result. And also, while making it go through some mazes like that, I said, it can't go 2 times on the same spot. So I built this glass so it can't go 2 times on the same spot. And yeah, it worked pretty well like this, but then if you put it on a maze, if it makes it, I'm gonna die. Are you serious? Oh no. Here it is. And yeah, now he can't go anywhere. And great. Why am I killing stuff? I just have to feel. I know how to make commands work. Yeah, so this was everything about this version. And then I said, if it does this, I can place some white blocks so it can grow, and then if it is again on glass, it can handle this situation by placing some white glass blocks. But then I realized that wasn't enough, and I used some red glass for the AI, however you say that. I can speak English, watch me. So yeah, this is the version 3. It still places the glass, or well, I think that's the correct way to spell it. I don't know. Yeah, the white one, as I said, then it goes white, white again, and then red glass. But it always happened to be like this, and yeah, it was instantly stuck, and that was really bad. And I started to make it with every color of glass, but then I realized that I needed like 3 times the code I was writing, and it would have taken forever. And yeah, but then I said, what about if I make something with mathematical stuff and operations? And then this idea came to my mind. If I add 1 to every place the armor stand goes, and then I make it go to the place where he hasn't been yet, or the place with the lowest value, then that could be the answer to every problem in the world. It took me 5,000 years to write the code, but then in the end I managed to create the 4 of these. And as you can see, it seems like it doesn't place anything, but it places these armor stands. And yeah, these armor stands are holding the score. So for example, if I type scoreboard objectives set display sidebar amount, you'll see the amount of steps of times that the armor stand has been there. And yeah, this is basically how it works. For example, now it will go back, and you will see that some values increase and go to 2, 3. And yeah, this is basically how it works. So I don't have to write some new code every time, and it works on its own. As you can see, now he's going out. Yeah, I also made it follow always the left, just to see how it would work. And yeah, it works pretty well. It can solve, I think, every kind of maze. So as you can see, it doesn't go on the correct path at the first try, but it can solve every maze. It takes some time, but you can do it. As you can see, it now has arrived. And yeah, it works pretty well. Now if I kill it, it will also kill all these armor stands. So yeah, if I type kill, okay, name I4, yeah, it's all vanished. It all vanished. I can't speak English. And yeah, just to show you, whatever I build, even if it's pretty strange stuff, and it might seem like placed randomly like I'm doing right now, it still can solve it. Spada bing, spada boom, and there it is. And yeah, so basically how it works is that he faces this center, which is an armor stand summoned by this command. And yeah, what it does is that he faces that entity and always goes in that direction, but when it finds an item, a block in its way, his score for that block goes to 1,000,000, so it can't go through this block. So he says, let's go left, and he goes left until he finds some way to go until there. Or maybe when he finds an obstacle on the left, he tries on the right, but if there is one on the right, he goes backwards. And yeah, this is the mix of two algorithms, which in Italian I just know their names in Italian because they're from two favole, two tales. And yeah, one is a difficult algorithm to write, but it's pretty simple, and it's pretty used to solve mazes, and it is to just follow a direction. For example, if I keep, let's say, my hand on the left, I can go always on the left, and it technically solves every maze. This works every time, but not if you are, for example, in a circle like this. So if I follow my left like this, I will always be stuck in here forever. So I also added the algorithm of it is called I was saying the algorithm of Hansel and Gretel. I think that's a pretty famous tale, and yeah, which is to live upon let's say something where you pass, and then when you pass again you don't follow that path. And yeah, so this is basically the algorithm I used. I mixed them together, I used some maths, and this is the result. Hope you liked. And yeah, if you want to send me some requests to do some mazes with obviously this algorithm, just ask. Then as always, if you want me to do something, you just have to ask in the comments. I remember someone asked to make an Aerobrine command, but it is pretty hard because I now have to rewrite everything in this format, but I will try to make it. So yeah, I'm finally back. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, if you want to let me know anything, just comment, and yeah, I hope I will be there. And yeah, make this video go viral, share it with your friends and everyone. Also, follow me on Twitter to know what I'm doing. More followers I get, more things I'll do. And yeah, this is basically it. Hope you liked, hope you enjoyed. You can find everything of this in the description down below. Yeah, down my feet. And yeah, this is basically it. Have a nice day. Bye.